Now, another very important facet to being healthy is your diet, and we recently found out about yet another option to improve the way you eat.
Here's Alex with more.
Well, what did you have for breakfast this morning? And what's on the menu for dinner? If you're watching your weight, which most of us are, we know we're supposed to incorporate fruits and vegetables. But there's something new called the 22-day revolution, which takes that to the next level. Here to tell us all about his plant-based program is exercise physiologist and nutrition expert Marco Borges. Good morning, Marco.
Good morning, Alex.
It's great to have you here today. So give us a little bit of maybe a Cliff's Note about the 22 days revolution.
You were like, what'd you have for breakfast? I was about to go into, oh, you could have French toast. You could have linguine pasta for lunch. You could go to dinner with like a beautiful raw walnut tacos. You got me going there. For a second, I was ready to go. You know, the beauty of the 22-day revolution is that we've coupled habit formation with plant-based nutrition. And we get you basically to transform your body, reset your habits, and change your life over the course of 22 days. And it sounds like 22 days? Yeah, well, psychologists have discovered that it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. So if you adopted a healthy habit over the course of 21 days, on the 22nd day, you'd be armed with the tools you need to live the healthiest version of you possible.
Well, that does sound like it's really quick, and obviously with any big change like this, there must be some changes to your health and your emotions. So what have you seen in people so far?
Yeah, the side effects are pretty serious. Clear skin, improved mood, improved sleep, improved digestion, more energy, and weight loss. I have a friend that lost 22 pounds in 22 days. Over the course of 3.5 months, lost 65 pounds. And the beauty of it, he's kept it off over a year and a half now. I mean, this is an incredibly powerful program. It's transformative. This is why we call it the 22-day revolution.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And it's not only just good for our bodies, but it serves a bigger cause, right? When you eat natural foods, what would that be? Yeah, it starts off as something that you might think is selfish or coming from a place of vanity, and you're like, oh, just my weight. But the reality is that in doing that, you're not just going to help out the planet because you're not eating animals. The reality is that it takes a lot more of the valuable resources like water, land, energy to grow animal-based foods than it does to grow plants. Animal agriculture has a greater greenhouse gas effect than all transportation combined. Airplanes, trains, boats, automobiles. And at the same time, you're also promoting a cruelty-free lifestyle. So you're starting to be kinder to yourself, you're starting to be kinder to the planet, and something happens inside of you that you can't sometimes explain, but the reality is you just become nicer because you become acutely aware of where the food you're coming from, where the food you're eating is coming from, and just something happens that makes you feel great about the choices you make. And when that happens, it tends to perpetuate itself. And it arms not just you, but your family with the tools to be able to live a healthier lifestyle, because your family, as you know, learns from what they watch you doing, not so much from what they hear you telling you're going to do. So it's incredibly powerful. Yeah, and so, throughout the process, obviously, you start doing it and you might get a little discouraged. So what can you tell people to keep them motivated? I mean, it's obviously very important for many reasons, for the planet, for your body, but what can people do to stay motivated? Well, two things. It's not about perfection, it's about progression. That's number one. So if you have a mess up, dust yourself off and keep going, right? Just brush it off and just keep moving. And second to that is, it's 3 weeks in a day. It's 22 days. 22 days to transform your body, reset your habits, and change your life. I mean, you just got to focus on the 3 weeks. You can't think about forever. You just have to think about 3 weeks. This is all it's going to take, 3 weeks to change my life. And I promise you, I guarantee, you're going to walk away from this with a greater understanding and the tools you need to live the best you possible. Marco, that sounds fantastic, and I look forward to finishing the book. Where can we go to get a little more information about the book? Amazon.com, 22daysnutrition.com, Barnes & Noble across the country. They're all the major book retailers. Pick up a copy. I think you'll do yourself and your family a favor. Excellent. Marco Borges, everybody, thank you so much for being on with us today. Thanks for having me, Alex. Have a nice day. You too, and stay where you are. The Morning Blend will be right back.